Welcome to Subramani. One question which I wish to answer, which normally I don't, is somebody has asked me a question. Let me read out the question saying, we were considering purchasing child life insurance ULIP for our little girl, and we have been reading various articles in the media and are seeing a lot of different views on this. My husband told me that you do not answer specific queries, but here it is. So thank you for asking. I'm not naming the reader, doesn't really matter. Should you buy insurance for your child? The answer is no. I can tell you this in many languages: Nayat, Nain, Nahi, Nako, Vendam, whatever reasons, but there are enough reasons why you should not be buying. So maybe I'll enumerate 7-8 reasons. Maybe there is just one reason why you should buy, that I will say at the end, right? So first, your child does not have any taxable income or any income at all. When she says little girl, I'm assuming she's 5-6 years of age. So she's just started going to school. So there is no question of the child having any income. So you're trying to take an insurance which is more an emotional sell, right? So somebody comes to your house, some relationship manager or an agent or somebody, some friendly uncle, and they tell you, look, you have a child, you should get the child insured. It does not make any sense. Please understand, life insurance is about buying term insurance on the life of a person on whom somebody is economically dependent. I don't need term insurance now. I don't need any life insurance now, simply because my daughter is started earning and my wife is adequately provided for. If I die, she can live off the dividends and she can live off mutual fund withdrawals, right? That's more than enough. She's got enough to last her next 20-30 years. So since there is nobody financially dependent on me, there should be no need at all for any kind of a child insurance. The only insurance that a child needs is as part of your insurance, if she gets some medical insurance, right? Other than that, definitely she does not need, because she does not have any income. Insurance tries to protect the income of a person who is earning and somebody is dependent on that person. If there is nobody dependent on you, you don't need insurance. Your children are settled, you don't need insurance. Your wife is also earning, you are also earning, you have retired, there is no income for you, you don't need insurance. Your wife does not need insurance because you are not dependent on her, right? So when there is no dependence, there is no question of any insurance. Second thing which was told to this couple is it will pay for the funeral expenses. Give me a break. We are not in the US. We are not spending too much on our funerals. Funeral expenses, you never hear of some family being crippled because of funeral expenses, right? So don't worry about funeral expenses. You will miss your child emotionally rather than financially. Since you're not going to miss somebody financially, there is no need for insurance. And since there is no great need to provide for the funeral expenses, you don't need any term insurance, any kind of insurance. Another reason why insurance is sold and sold very intelligently, I saw this happening to a friend's husband. He got cancer and he was dealing with an MNC bank. That MNC bank came to him and said, look, you got cancer and you have a problem, now take an insurance for your children. So he was emotionally almost blackmailed into taking that insurance. So he took 2 insurance policies for both his children, and there was a lot of premium to be paid. About 15 years back, it was 13-14 years back at least, he was asked to pay a premium of 3 lakhs per policy, and luckily the family could afford it, but it did not make any sense at all. He did not understand that the insurance will pay to his wife in case the children died. One of the child died. It didn't make any sense at all, but it was a great emotional sell at a time when the person was not well. So one more thing is, under stress or duress, don't take any decision. Another way how child policies are sold is when they call on a grandparent who is, say, 65 years of age or 67 years of age, and he's told, sir, I want to talk about insurance. Then the grandparent says, or the person says, no, I don't need any insurance. I I'm old, you can't sell insurance to me. He says, no sir, you can take it for your grandchild. Then they buy an insurance in the name of the grandchild. Another person I know, very well educated, very successful, with a lot of real estate and insurance, mutual fund, etc., was sold an annuity plan for the child. That is even worse, because it's going to create a taxable annuity for the child, when the child may not even need it. So this girl is going to get a pension from her age of 37, 38 or maybe 40 because her father has taken a big policy of 4-5 lakhs of annual premium. She does not have money to pay the annual premium, so I had to sit with the brother and say, okay, now take some fixed deposits which were anyway going to mature for her, keep it with her name, and as and when the premium has to be paid, you just remove from there. Luckily 3 premia have been paid, so another 2 more premia have to be paid, which is compulsory, and after that it can be made fully paid up. Till then it can't even be made fully paid up, so it's compulsory that you to pay. So if you don't understand the product, why the hell are you buying? So you don't need insurance, you don't need an annuity also for their children, for your children, right? Give them cash, give them mutual funds, anything. One more reason which will be told to you is it preserves insurability. If you take an insurance policy now, later on when the child wants insurance, it will be easy to get. This is absolute hogwash. This is typical salesman talk. Don't even believe this. This is bullshit. There is no reason to believe that if you take a policy with say 3 lakhs annual premium now, that 20-30 years later your child will get a endowment plan with similar premium or more premium. It does not make any sense. You don't have to believe it, right? So what are the other reasons? The other reason, of course, there is one reason why you should buy, but I'll come to that a little later. When you're buying an insurance policy for your child, let's say your child is 22-23 years of age, it's a good age to buy insurance policy, but don't buy the policy which is being sold to you. What is being sold to you has to be an endowment policy. Don't buy that. Buy a term insurance and ask your son to pay the premium. Maybe it can be a gift. You pay him pay the first year premium. After that, he should be able to afford it. There is no point in taking an insurance which he can't afford, right? And if there is nobody economically dependent on him when he is 22, why would you buy? There is no logic again for buying that policy. Is there any other reason why you should not be buying? I think also, and many people think that it is a great gift to give to children, because as and when it matures, it is tax free. That is not enough reason. You are better off paying the 10% tax that you have to pay for equity mutual funds or anything else. But no, it does not make sense just to give your son a gift or daughter a gift. Does not make sense. In fact, you would be much better off with a mutual fund, telling him to withdraw or telling her to withdraw only at their retirement. Unit linked plans make very poor investment vehicles because they are expensive. Because they are expensive, it does not make any sense to gift them something like this. So don't do that. Don't buy a policy just because your relationship manager is calling you every hour and he's also playing on your mind by saying, sir, this policy is being withdrawn. The 1st of March or 31st of March is the last day by which you have to buy. We are in April, so it's 30th of April, it's closing, a new one is being launched. It will not look so attractive. Perhaps it might look more attractive, so don't fall for this, right? There is absolutely no reason for that also. Now, there is only one solid reason to buy insurance for your child. That is, one, the child is a child artist, or maybe he or she is a tennis player or a badminton player, and you're investing very heavily in their training. You are sure that if the child plays the game professionally, then this cost will be recovered in a jiffy. But what happens if the child is if the child dies halfway through? If the child dies at the age of 17, you thought, okay, next year he's going to play tennis or he's going to play cricket at a competitive level, and the child dies, and you have invested maybe 1 crore or 2 crores already into his training, into his flying, into staying in hotels. He's been playing competitively, but now he was going to turn pro, and that's the time when he dies, and this is the time when he's not really earning much, right? So therefore you should buy. The other reason to buy is when your child is going abroad, or even in India, you're investing a lot in the child's education. At that stage you are sure that the child will repay if the child is working. But what happens if the child dies between that, when he starts or she starts education till they start earning enough to pay then it doesn't again make sense. So in these cases you can get a small term insurance up to 10-20 lakhs. They don't ask too many questions. Then it makes sense to take that kind of an insurance. But can you take a 2 crore, 3 crore insurance? Very unlikely if the child is in the stage of learning cricket or learning tennis. But if he or she is a child star and started to earn money, then perhaps you can get some higher insurance. Other than that, there is absolutely no reason to buy any kind of insurance for the child or even an annuity plan for the child. If anything, there are some child mutual funds if you want to put in a typical children plan, or you can just pick up any mutual fund, put it in the name of the child. You will need a bank account in the child's name, and that's it. Insurance for the child, no. Insurance for yourself, yes. You need insurance. You need to take a term insurance that in case you die, the money will go to the family, so that the family will be able to maintain the current standard of living, pay off the loans, etc. But that is a reason for buying a term insurance, not for buying a unit-linked plan for your child. No way. Thank you.